Hello. Welcome to our Audit in 100 pages series. So this lecture will purely be in English for South students, and in this lecture we will be doing essay 300. So your essay 300 series comes for approximately 2.9 marks per attempt, so about 3 marks. Okay, and let's start with essay 300. So essay 300 talks about planning in an audit. So essay 300 would be in on page number 11 for those of you who have purchased the physical copy, so that you can use those while listening to the lecture. Here it is. Great. And I think just perfect. Yeah. So essay 300 talks about planning in an audit of financial statements. So first are your points with regards to importance of planning. You might just read through these, you need not learn. So first is devote appropriate attention to important areas. Of course, nothing to explain. Identify and resolve potential problems on a timely basis. So nothing has been defined as what timely is, but that is as per reasonable understanding. So you will first have to identify and resolve both of them, okay? Potential problems. Then your next point is properly organized and managed audit. So if you plan an audit properly, then your audit will be organized and properly managed. And your fourth point is coordination of work done by auditors of components. So component, when an entity has a lot of different entities, so these are all different components. So you will be able to coordinate work done by auditors of different components if there is proper planning. Then what is preliminary engagement activities? So preliminary engagement activities are procedures required with respect to continuance of client relationship as per SA 220. So we have already done SA 220 that we have discussed about this point. Then your next point is evaluate compliance with ethical requirements. That is your SA 220. And understanding terms of the engagement, that is your essay 210. So we have done all of these uh, 3 points, or you say 2 essay, we have already done these. So this is a preliminary engagement activity. So all of these you have to do. First is all the procedure required for continuance of client relationship. Then second is compliance with your ethical requirements, and third is understanding the terms of your engagement. That terms of your engagement means the scope, how much time will you do this audit, what all procedures you will perform, everything will be covered in your terms of engagement. Then next is with regards to planning activities. So factors to consider while establishing audit strategy. So while determining the audit strategy, what factors will you consider? So first is the reporting objectives. What are your reporting objectives? What do you intend to do from this audit report? What do you want to communicate from this audit report? The next is team efforts directed by significant factors. That is what team you will be requiring, how many hours you will be requiring by your team members. Third is your preliminary engagement activity results. All the functions that we did here, all the work that we did here, the results that we get. This will help establish your audit strategy. Fourth is your NTE of procedures to be performed. That is your nature, timing, and extent of audit procedures. This will help you establish the audit strategy. And fifth point is characteristics of engagement. That is your size of client, your nature of client, or how many divisions do they have, how many employees do they have, is it easy to coordinate with them. So this is your characteristics of engagement. Then your development of audit plan. That is how do you develop your audit plan. So first point is nature, timing, and extent of risk assessment procedure. This we will be covering in our next class, that is your SA 315. Second point is nature, time, and extent of further audit procedures. This will be done in essay 330. And third is your other planned audit procedures. So first is your risk assessment procedures, next is your further audit procedures, and third is your other plan. This is development of audit plan. What is it? First essay 315, then essay 330, then others. Essay 315, essay 330, others. Essay 315, essay 330, and others. Then they say that planning is a continuous process. So planning is not a discrete phase but rather a continuous process. It begins shortly after completion of previous audit and continues until completion of current audit engagement. So the last audit that got over with the same client starts from there and continues till our current engagement, our current audit engagement is completed. So planning involves the following activities. So I have made a short form for you to learn, that is train. So what activities are included in planning? Your first is your terms of audit engagement. Second is your RAP performance. What is your RAP performance? That is your risk assessment procedure performance. Third is analytical procedures to be applied as RAP. Fourth is involvement of experts. Okay, and last is your nature, time, and extent of audit and communication. So planning involves which activities? It is train. So your first point was terms of audit engagement. Then your second point was R was RAP performance. Then your third A was with regards to analytical procedures to be applied as RAP. Then your fourth point was investment of I was with involvement of experts, and fifth was NTE of audit and communication. These are your 5 points with regards to train. Then what are your changes to planning decisions? Okay, so if any planning you have already done, if any changes you have to do, then what do you have to do? You will first have to update and change overall audit strategy and audit plan. You will have to update and change your strategy and plan. If any you have to, if you have to make any changes in your planning decision, you will have to change your audit strategy and audit plan. Then second is audit strategy and plan may be modified as a result of when might we make changes to this? If there are any unexpected events, suppose you found fraud or something, so now you will have to dig deeper, you will have to change your planning. Suppose the client acquired another client during the year, so you will now have to change your audit procedure. So any unexpected events, any changes in conditions, and any results of audit procedure. So the example that I gave, the fraud one, that is actually a result of audit procedure. That is during the audit you got to know something new, because of which you have to change your plan. Okay, and your third point is based on revised consideration of assessed risk, the auditor needs to modify the nature, time, and extent of further audit procedures. This may be the case when information that comes to auditor's attention differs significantly from information received when the auditor planned the audit procedure. So when the auditor was planning versus when the auditor actually executed the audit, he found completely different information. So in such a case, he may need to modify the nature, timing, and extent of further audit procedures. Okay, so this is your essay 300. Like the video, and I will see you in our next class where we will cover essay 315 and essay 320. Of course, each essay will have their own video. Great. Bye bye.